Determine the best measure of center. So we are going to look at some problems and determine what's the best measure for that, the mean, median, or the mode. Now, just to recall, the median, sometimes known as the average, is found by taking the total sum of all numbers, right? So adding all the numbers together and dividing by the total number of items, or the number in the data set, okay? The median is the middle number of the data set, and it's important that the numbers are in order least to greatest. So you first need to make sure they're in order, then the number right in the middle. The mode is the number that appears most often. I would say the mode is not necessarily a good measure of center, unless you're just saying, like, what's the most common thing we see? Well, there's the mode. But otherwise, I don't know what it really tells you. So let's go ahead and move on. First example, the prices of 6 houses for sale are analyzed and are shown below. The 6 prices are $154,900, $214,500, $178,750, $209,000, $1,125,000, and then $189,999. We're going to find the mean, median, and mode, and then decide which one is the best measure of center here. Now, I'm not going to do these necessarily in the order that I read them. I'm going to start with the mode, because if you noticed, when I read out those 6 numbers, none of them were the same. So there is no mode for this particular data set. So we can say right away, mode is definitely not the best measure because there isn't one. So now let's go ahead and find the mean. Remember, when we're trying to find the mean, we're going to add those 6 numbers together and then divide by 6. So if I add 154,900 plus 214,500 plus 178,750 plus 209,000 plus 1,125,000 plus 189,999, I get a large number of $2,072,149. I divide by 6 and I get roughly $345,358.17. Whew. So that is the mean, $345,358. Okay, now to find the median. Remember, to find the median, we need to put these in order least to greatest. So the smallest number is 154,900. Then the next smallest number is 178,750. Then 189,999. Then 209,000, followed by 214,500, and lastly 1,125,000. Okay, so when we are working to find the median, I find it easiest to cross out the smallest and the biggest. So 154,900 is the smallest, 1,125,000 is the biggest. So then I cross out 178,750 and cross out 214,500. Now I have 2 numbers in the middle, the 209,000 and the 189,999. So to find the median is going to fall right between those. I take the average of those 2 numbers. So if I add 189,999 plus 209,000, I get some big number. I get 300, oops, that's a 2. I get 398,999, and I'm going to divide by 2 because I want the average of those middle 2, and I get $199,499.50. So that is the median. Now, if you think back, we're comparing a number of 345,000 to 199,000. Which one of those is the best measure of the 6 house prices we have? Now, if you think about it, we really have an outlier. So the outlier would be that $1,125,000 house. All of the rest of them are in the high 100s or low 200s. So it doesn't make sense to have an average house price of $345,000. There's only one house that's bigger than that's more expensive. But the median of $199,000, that's right in the middle of 5 of them. So in this case, the median is the best measure of center. Now that's if you're given a data set. Now let's look at this histogram. On this histogram, across the x-axis, we have response time in hours, ranging from 0 to 25. And on the vertical axis, we have frequency, ranging from 0 to 175. And if we think about what this histogram looks like, so at 0, we're at about 40 for frequency, and then it jumps up to 125, 175, 150. So in that probably 1 to 5 range, we are all well above 100 in the frequencies. But from 5 to 10, it continues to decrease from 75 to 60 to 50 to 40. And then by the time we get to 11 or 12, we're down in the 20s. We jump back up to maybe 60, and then it comes back down. So we're highest between 0 and 5, and then it slowly decreases. We have a little bounce up around 13, but it only bounces up to about 60, and then it comes back down. So thinking through the best measure of center, well, if we would have a symmetric diagram, then we would say the mean is probably the best. But in this case, we don't have a symmetric piece. And way out here at 24, we have something, and we have some at 21, we have some at 22. We would call these outliers. So they're going to maybe throw things off. So if we would say the mode of this, 1, 2, is at 3. Okay, so the 3 is the mode because that's the tallest bar, right? That's the jump up to 175. But that's 3, and we have data that ranges from 0 to 23. So is 3 the best measure of center? I don't know. I would argue that, again, the median would be the best. If we would put these all in order, the median is probably going to fall somewhere around, I don't know, probably 5 or 6. And that's it's still going to be lower because that's where the majority of the numbers are. But if we go with the mean, these higher numbers, the 15 to 25, they're going to skew the data a little bit. So our mean is probably going to be somewhere around 10, and that's not a good predictor. We definitely want something that's smaller of where all the data is. So without really digging in and doing the mathematics of it, I would say the median is, again, best measure of center. Pardon the typo there. Should have got rid of that N. It is what it is.